Hi guys, Mons here again in another episode of All About with Mons. So what I'm going to go through in this episode is I'm going to go through a couple of things I think Lakers should do in the offseason, maybe their offseason plans after being eliminated in the first series of the playoffs against Minnesota Timberwolves. So the first thing they have to do is make sure they get Luka's conditioning right. I think Luka's conditioning is a big issue going forward because if his condition is not right, the Lakers they're not going anywhere with Luka's best player, to be honest with you, unless his condition is right. Because against the Minnesota series, he got exposed for not being able to move his feet quick enough for other athletics, point guard or athletic bigs to get past him, which is very disappointing because I love Luka. I think he's one of the best players in the league. However, without no conditioning, if you're not gifted athletically, you can work hard on your condition. That's something you can work hard on. You know what I mean? You can work hard on getting in a better condition, so you can play longer. You can be more productive for your team as well. Like for example, Steph Curry, he's not gifted athletically, but his condition is amazing. He worked so hard for that. He running off screen. Steph Curry is not the best defender either. However, he's he's able to move his feet. He's able to do a good job, do a decent job on defending. I think Luka should take a leaf out of Steph Curry's book. I know they're two different type of players. However, I should take a leaf out of Steph Curry's book and maybe try get his conditioning better. And also, I think this is a big season for the Lakers general manager Rob Pelinka. I know he got promoted there to the head of basketball operations because Luka basically fell on his lap. I don't think he's a very good GM. That's just my opinion. People love him because he got Luka. However, Luka fell on his lap because one of his good friends from Dallas, the Dallas Maverick GM, basically offered him Luka, thinking Dallas can't win a championship without Luka. What I would say to the Lakers, there's a couple of things Lakers need. I think maybe Lakers need a backup point guard, okay, for when Luka goes on the bench and Reeves goes on the bench. And what I would also say is, with the Lakers, I think they need more athletic players on the team. The athletic difference between the Minnesota Timberwolves and the Lakers was glaring in the first round matchup. It was absolutely crazy because you see players like Anthony Edwards, Naz Reid, Rudy Gobert, Julius Randle just bullying the Lakers all series long. Like Julius Randle got whatever he wanted in that series. Like that's not the Julius Randle I know. The Julius Randle I know is pretty decent scorer and a pretty decent defender, but he absolutely bullied every single Laker player in that series. You know. And what I also want to say about Lakers is they can't keep relying on LeBron being the best player, best defender. If the best defender in your team is a 40-year-old man, you're not gonna win a championship. You're never gonna win a championship in the NBA. The NBA is far too gifted, far too athletic nowadays for you to think LeBron James will win you a championship at the age of 40. Like next year he's gonna be 41. Like it's just not gonna happen. So I believe Lakers need to acquire some athletic guys that can run up and down the court and defend at a high level to cover up for the glaring mistake Luka always make defensively. Also, I think Lakers only average like 4 or 5 points from the bench players all series, so definitely need some better bench players in this series. What I would say is for Lakers to have more better bench players, they need more flexibility in the cap space. So maybe if LeBron can take a good bit less money, and make sure the Lakers have better flexibility. Maybe sign some free agents, like a couple of centers, maybe 2 centers, a starting center and a backup center, or maybe trade a couple of first round picks to have, and maybe look to trading Austin Reeves. I love Austin Reeves. I wouldn't like to see Austin Reeves go. I believe he had a bad series, but I believe overall Austin Reeves is a good player. I think I would like to keep Gabe Vincent, but if a better trade comes up for a better backup point guard or someone that comes off the bench can give us some scoring punch, I'll happily trade Gabe Vincent for it. I feel like Jared Vanderbilt gave us energy off the bench. I feel like he should have played more. But the thing with Vanderbilt is he's just a defensive guy. I know he knows his role, to be fair to him, but he offers nothing offensively, which when he's on the floor means you can double up on, let's say, the star players and LeBron and Luka, which is a bit of a disadvantage. But however, I keep Vanderbilt as well because you don't find those guys that come in the league like 6'6", 6'7", with a wingspan of maybe seven something, and he's very athletic. So I think I would keep Jared Vanderbilt. Obviously, you keep Luka, you keep LeBron. Reeves, depend if you have to trade Reeves to maybe get an all-star center, you know. Um, Jackson Hayes, I don't know if you're gonna take up his player option or maybe trade him. Um, like the Lakers bench, is not really much on Lakers bench. Like Dorian Finney-Smith, you keep Dorian Finney-Smith as well. I think he's very. I still like Dorian Finney-Smith. I think he had a decent series. It could have been better, but I think he had a decent series overall. I think it's going to be a very big offseason for the Lakers in general. And if they don't have a very good offseason, I think this could turn sour very quickly. With Luka and the LeBron era, like Luka has to, like if Luka don't come back in good condition, I'd be very, very disappointed in Luka, because I think in the first 5 possession in game 6, Luka basically was blown by the first 5 possession by either Julius Randle or Anthony Edwards. I know those are big guys, athletic guys, but Luka looked like he was stuck in the mud. He could not move his feet to save his life. And if you want to have any chance of winning, if Luka can't do that, you have to get athletic bigs or very, very good defenders to pair up with him for us to be able to cover off Luka's liability. In regards to Lakers coaching, I felt JJ Redick had a very, very good rookie coaching campaign. I know in the playoff it was a bit tight. It was a bit tight. It's his first campaign as a coach. And coaching Lakers is a completely different ballgame, to be honest with you. I feel there's a lot more pressure, especially if you have two superstars in LeBron and Luka. Like, wherever LeBron goes, if you're the coach, there's always pressure on you. But generally speaking, I felt JJ Redick done a very good job, especially in the regular season. I just felt it should have maybe be a bit more open to changes when it came to the Minnesota Timberwolves series, especially after Game 2 and Game 3. You like. Even after a couple of minutes in game 6, the elimination game, like you saw what Rudy Gobert was doing, yet you didn't bring on any big center. Like Jackson Hayes was right there. Even bring on Jackson Hayes, let him foul him, get him foul trouble, and then just get in Rudy Gobert's head. Just don't let him get into rhythm, because once players like Rudy Gobert get into rhythm, like easily getting raped. Like Rudy Gobert is over 7 foot tall. Like no one in the Lakers is going to be able to guard that if there's not a big man on the court. That's why I had an issue with the AD trade when the AD trade first went down. I know it's a business, and I know Luka's trade is a long term thing, and it's probably good for LA that they got Luka. However, I felt if AD was there for this series, Lakers would have won this series quite comfortably, because AD covered so many glaring mistakes in that Lakers team, which he never got credit for. I'm kind of glad the way the series played out, and the way people used to always give out about AD. Like, I loved AD. Like, when AD got traded, I was devastated. I'm not even going to lie to you. I love Luka as well, but AD covered so many glaring deficiency and defensive mistakes that this team always caused. Like, as soon as AD went, I knew come playoff time, when teams actually focusing on you with 1.5 play back to back, and teams are actually focusing and they have assignments on you, that this team would not survive without AD defensively. And that's exactly what happened. Like, you turned LeBron into a defender at the age of 40, which was ridiculous, you know. So I feel the Lakers GM have a big job to do this offseason, and hopefully he gets it done, because like I'm a very I love watching basketball. I'm a LeBron fan. I love watching LeBron. Like I love watching basketball. LeBron fan. I love the 82 game grind of a season, but it's so disappointing as a fan when you watch most of the 82 games, and then come playoff you're knocked down the first round. You know, it's just very disappointing. Generally, people think I'm joking when I say it took me a couple of days to be able to get over that loss properly. Like, I still watch the games, but I didn't want to come up here and be overly emotional to say things without no rationale behind it, you know. So that's why I took a couple of days break from putting out a podcast and anything like that. So right now I feel like Lakers are probably will be in a good place this offseason, because I feel like they know what they have to do basically. And I think Luka should take this season personal, very personal, because if you're Luka Doncic and you don't take what the Dallas Mavericks GM done to you very personal, then there's obviously something not right with you as a competitor. Because if you're a competitor, there's no way you get traded from Dallas Maverick which was your home, which you were settled down. You just got them to the NBA final the previous year, and they trade you and they said they couldn't win with you. Like, if you're a competitor, you should be literally dying to go the next year, get in the best shape of your life, come back, win MVP, get Lakers to the final, just be the best player in basketball, because he has the ability to be the best player in basketball by far. Like, Luka, on his day, Luka is probably the top 2, top 3 best player in basketball. But like I said, I feel all his peers are passing him out, and if he doesn't buckle up, I feel like he's gonna be left behind. And also, I do, like I said, I worry a lot about his conditioning. I want Luka to have a long career, but if you have conditioning like that, you might be at your prime for 4 or 5, 6 years, where you can be at your prime for 10 to 12 years. So that's just my worry about the Lakers. And it's going to be an interesting offseason. And obviously, I'm still looking forward to the rest of the playoffs as well. So that's my 2 cents on the Lakers offseason. Like I said, if you enjoy my content, please do subscribe to my content. If you have any comments, or if you want to leave a comment on my video and you want to have a discussion about anything, feel free to do it. I'm always open for a basketball debate. Thank you.